For all of the Xbox One's issues, the one thing it has gotten consistently right is backwards compatibility. As of the time of this video, there are over 600 Xbox 360 and original Xbox games available to play on the Xbox One. Games ranging from SSX3 to Knights of the Old Republic to Oblivion can all be played on the most recent Xbox console. With the Xbox Series X set to be released later this year, one of the questions many people had was whether this massive library of retro games, in addition to current Xbox One games, would be playable on Microsoft's new machine. When Microsoft unveiled the Series X last December, one of the first things they made clear was that the new console would be able to play all of the Xbox 360 and original Xbox games currently backwards compatible on the Xbox One, in addition to all Xbox One games. They took this one step further when they announced the Smart Delivery feature for the Series X. Under the new feature, if a game you previously purchased on Xbox One gets an upgraded version released on the Series X, you will get this upgraded version free of charge. Microsoft announced this feature will be available for all of their Xbox Game Studio games that receive upgraded versions, such as the upcoming Halo Infinite. Smart Delivery will also be made available for third-party developers to make use of if they so choose. In my last video, I talked about how Nintendo was doing a poor job of offering retro games on the Switch. Their console launched with no backwards compatibility at all, and has only seen a small amount of retro games added to their online service in the 3 years since launch. If Nintendo is an example of how not to do backwards compatibility for a game console, then Microsoft is an example of how backwards compatibility should be done. Many gamers love to go back and play their favorite games years after they have already released. These games can immerse you in nostalgia and let you relive some of your favorite gaming memories. As new consoles get released, many of these retro games are unfortunately left behind and forgotten. Sometimes games get remasters or ports released on newer consoles, but usually your best bet is to either hold on to your old consoles and hope they don't break, or download illegal ROMs and play them on your computer. This is why it's so remarkable that I'm able to play digital copies of games that released 15 years ago on my Xbox One. I can actually pop in many of the Xbox games I've saved over the years into my Xbox One X and play them seamlessly. If I want, I can go into the Xbox Game Store and buy a digital copy of an Xbox 360 or original Xbox game. I can even buy a subscription to Xbox Game Pass and gain immediate access to hundreds of these retro games. This ease of access to so many classic games is in stark contrast to the limited backwards compatibility offered by Nintendo. What's more, these retro games play even better on the Xbox One due to the system's increased power over previous console generations. Many games enjoy better frame rates, sharper graphics, and improved load times than when they first released. I've played numerous retro games on my Xbox One X and immediately noticed the improvements. It's simply the best way to play many of these older games. Microsoft should be applauded for their commitment to backwards compatibility on Xbox. Their efforts have preserved hundreds of games that might have otherwise been lost to the passage of time. By continuing to provide backwards compatibility on the next console, Microsoft is proving that they understand the importance of video game preservation. The Smart Delivery feature for the Series X is just another way Microsoft is keeping gaming history alive. They are setting an example that the rest of the gaming industry, including Nintendo, needs to follow.